Why am I in this season of isolation right now? What is God teaching me? What do I need to learn? Who do I need to become? Where's the blessing? These are so many questions that I feel like we ask ourselves, especially in a season of isolation or when you're in a season where God is removing you from certain places, spaces, and situations. What do you do? What do you do when your whole life you're used to a certain way of being, a certain way of living, a certain way of thinking, speaking, acting, a certain way of just all of the above. And now that life you knew is stripped away. When your husband of 30 years tells you, I don't want to be here anymore. When you hear some news that your bestie said something that she said that she wouldn't tell anyone. When you're trying to set boundaries with your loved ones and you're seen as ludicrous. What do you do? Y'all, I have been lately just getting a little personal because I feel like this is needed. This is needed. There are individuals who are going through this and they need this. And this is what I know and I feel, that there's other individuals who are going through things that I've already been through or that I'm currently going through. And I just want y'all to know, hold on tight, and do not give up. Do not let up. Keep your foot on the enemy's neck, because your time is right around the corner. It is right around the corner. And when we think of the metaphor, when we think of the corner, we're thinking of, literally right around the corner. Let's get into a metaphorical corner. That corner may be a little ways down than you expect, but it's right there. As soon as you get to that point, as soon as you've walked all you can, and it's time for you to turn to meet that corner, you are going to be so grateful for all of the things you had to go through just to get there. You're walking to this metaphorical corner, and there's critters all on the floor, and there's balls, and there's babies' toys, there's little bouncy balls, and there's all these gadgets and toys and Legos, and you're stepping on them, and it's like, oh my gosh. And then you get trapped in this little string, and it's like, oh my gosh, when am I going to get to this corner? Everything that you're going through is preparing you. It is now preparing you. And you will not know exactly why the things had to happen until you get to that place. Until God's like, okay, here you go. You're here now. And you're like, oh my gosh. And then somehow you're finding yourself thankful for everything you went through, because, oh my gosh, I remember when this happened, and it reminds me of the situation that's going on now, and had it not happened, I wouldn't know how to steward this blessing, and right? So you will not elevate until you get that character trait, until you receive those character traits that is needed to steward the blessing, so you won't fumble the blessing. So it may take you a little bit longer because you went the good way, because you went God's route, because you trusted God, you trusted yourself, you trusted your intuition. You may have been the type who's been talking to individuals, like the one who was kind of chatty, talking to people and like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen for me one day, I'm gonna have my business one day. And then other people like, okay, yeah, good luck. Right? And you're just like, dang, I wish someone would believe in me. No, because you got to believe in yourself, because you said that, but as you were saying it, you were a little unsure, right? You were a little unsure, looking for validation from someone else. Say that, know it, mean. You don't have to say it to anyone. You already know it. So do what you need to do so that once you get that blessing, you can keep it. In this season, God is teaching you how to keep the blessing right? So he's going to remove everything he needs to because you've been distracted. Wake up, right? He's saying get up because you've been distracted by your family issues, distracted by your children, your children's issues, distracted by, and of course if you're a parent, a mother or father, you have to, you got to take care of your children, of course. So please don't take it wrong, guys. I'm not saying don't take care of your children, but guys, look deeper, right? So you're so worried about your friend's dream. You're trying to steward that dream and help her propel that dream and get that started off the ground. You're not worried about yourself. I put you here to do the work for me, God says. And you're over here trying to see the light in everyone else when all you got to do is look within because it's already there. You're doing the most for other people and the least for yourself. So at the end of the day, where's your cup? You've been pouring into everyone else's cup. Oh wait, where's there's nothing left for me. Because, baby, and this all ties together. That's why that relationship ended. That's why that friendship ended. Why that work relationship ended. Because it was tearing you down. You were coming home every day, psyched out, talking about your coworkers every single day, stressed because you were the only one doing the work. No one else was doing the work. You were giving all of your energy. So when it came time to steward your dream at the end of the day, I am pooped. When it came time to get on your knees and pray to God and ask him what you want, that's just that's a burden. It's so much. Yourself is a burden? Huh? Your future, your dreams, your wants, your needs are not a burden under any circumstance, right? So when we lose these things, when we lose the jobs that we thought we were going to have forever, when we lose the friends, the family members, right? The individuals, that church congregation, maybe you came out, and after you came out, I don't see her the same. I don't see him the same anymore, because now I know that he, even though I had a feeling that he was or she was this way, now I know that they're that way because they came out. And now I don't really want you helping out with the youth program. I don't want you helping out with the youth program anymore. I don't think I want you speaking in church anymore. You're good. You don't have to usher this week. You're good. Right? Maybe you lost something that it feels like it ripped your soul. Okay? Ripped your soul, baby. But one thing I will tell you is God only takes things away to replace with better. I know that church was your everything. I know that relationship was your everything. I know that all you grew up with was your parents and you didn't really have any other family, so that's all you knew. And when that got ripped away from you and slipped between your fingertips, I know how you felt. I feel the pain. Okay, but what I do know, is that God is sitting high looking low and he sees his children, okay? He sees you every single day and you're up, you're here, you're here. You are still here. So that means the fight is not over. Continue to trust in God, believe in him. Continue to block the haters out. Okay, anytime those thoughts come into your head about what was, continue to rebuke them and thank God for what he's going to do. Thank him for that lesson. You can either be a blessing or a lesson to people. And a lot of times you're a lesson because you're anointed. So you take it because you look and you see that love heals all. So you want to continue to love even when you're put through turmoil and hurt. But it's not always, other people don't always see it the way you do. They don't always see your second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance as a saving grace, if you will, or they don't see it as really much of anything. They feel that I'm entitled to that. That's okay. Because I'm entitled to move on. and live the life that God wants for me. Do y'all think God wants you hurting, sad, crying? No, no, no. And when we do, let go of these individuals, people, places, and things, it will hurt. It will hurt. You will cry. You will slide down the wall. Okay? But it does get better. And I would rather be sliding down the wall crying for what is right than sliding down the wall crying because someone has hurt me yet again. And I know that I'm going to sit here and take it. Right? So the healing process is ugly. Oh my gosh, it is horrendous. It is tears. It is snot. It is, wild hair. It is sometimes not even wanting to get out of bed, wanting to just stay in bed rot. It is questioning yourself, questioning your self-worth, questioning if you're lovable, questioning if you're worthy. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And through that darkness, you learn who you are. You learn what you like. God is setting you aside to say, all right, now let's figure out. It's always been about everyone else. It's always been about family. I'm a big family person. I love my family. I will take a bullet, okay? Take a bullet for my family. But in this season of my life, God has called me away from them. And it hurts me to my core. But I know this is necessary because, there's certain things you can't come back from. There's certain conversations people don't know that you know about. There's certain actions people have taken against you that they don't even know you know. And it doesn't always have to be addressed because I know what it is. And that's a whole different story for another day. But it's okay to move on. It's okay to move on from someone you thought you would never move on from. I know how it feels. I've heard it so many times. Family is all you have. Always put your family first. And I've always been that type. Even when I had a partner, with maybe a little younger, when you're a little younger, you want to put your friends over your family, probably middle, high school age. But by the time you get towards the end of high school, at least for me, I realized that I love my family so much and I will do anything for them, right? And so I've always been that type. And realized just a bit ago that family's not all I have. God is all I have. So, that's why I say it, guys. Let go of these titles. Because family can hurt you the worst. We know this. And family isn't supposed to be perfect. There's those things that they do, those surface things, and it's they annoy you. Oh my gosh, they get on my nerves. Or, the classic moms talking about my business, I can't say it's normal. It was a normal dynamic in my family. And it's, to me, it wasn't anything to be outlandish over. But when it gets deeper into certain things that you had no idea people felt about you, it cuts deep, guys. And you realize, oh my gosh, this individual hates me. So, it's not easy. Baby, I wish I could tell you that it was easy. But I don't like to lie. Because it's not. It's one of the hardest things you will ever do. But God needs you to be in that season of isolation. He needs you to shut your everything off and focus in. Tunnel vision on God. Tunnel vision time. So, how do you heal? How do you heal? That's personal to you. You grab a book, you read the book, right? Okay, this book isn't helping me. So now it's time to figure out what you like, what you enjoy doing, What makes you happy? What makes you feel worthy? What makes you feel good about yourself, right? Don't listen to all the opinions of others. Oh, well, mom always told me that, don't get fat, don't gain anything over this much. Those things are going to be ingrained in your brain. But what do you think? What do you think? Do you agree with mom? That's okay if you agree with mom. Or do you say, I think that I want to lose this much weight, right? Or do you say, well, mom says that a girl can't leave the house without makeup, so I shouldn't leave the house without makeup, right? What do you think? Do you think you look beautiful without it? Do you even need it? Well, dad says I can't leave the house without a cap on, a baseball cap. I don't know, I'm just coming up with things, guys. These are just literally off the fly, right? But what do you think? Do you think you look nice with a baseball cap? Does it match your outfit? Do you like it? It's okay to carry on those traditions, because I don't talk to any of my family, like hardly anybody. Maybe a few people I talk to in my family. But there's going to be family traditions that I will create with my partner, with my, and so I would say the best way that we move on from the past is cherishing and holding on to those traditions that made you feel good, right? Though I probably will never speak to multiple people in my family ever again. I like to remember the good parts about them. And of course, those sneaky parts do creep in, where you think about the things they've said, because some of them are still saying things, right? And, it sometimes gets back to me, and it's like, wow, right? But I just rebuke those thoughts, because sometimes, you want to think those mean things, and not even just about family members, about past people, about friends, coworkers, things like that. You know what I'm saying? But don't let the enemy win. Just pray for them. Pray for them, because they need it. Because vengeance is the Lord's, baby, and I don't want to be around you when you get it. Right? People try to be fake and phony and nice. You know what it is. Don't let them back in. Don't let them back in. They're scratching at the door like demons, because they know that you're going up. Let them scratch. Let them scratch until their nails fall off, because you're not getting back in here. There's a force field in front of me, and you are rebuked. Rebuke these people and send them back to where they came from. Let the Lord deal with them. Okay? Let the Lord deal with them. Let them. You can't touch this. That's how we heal. We cherish the good moments. We think about all the good, right? We feel the pain if we need to feel it for a minute. And then just rebuke those nasty thoughts, because we got bigger and better. God, I'm telling you, the more he takes, the more he's going to replace. And you don't get to choose how long you're in that season. You don't get to choose your isolation season, which is like sometimes crazy, because it's like, oh my gosh, hello, you forgot about me? I'm still down here dealing with this, right? Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure, right? You don't get to choose it, and it sucks at times. Yeah. But he's got this, okay? Like he literally knows what he's doing at all times. There's something I wrote, and I wanted to tell you about it. So Ephesians 4:26 says, "In your anger, do not sin." And I really wanted to bring that up. It's literally the quickest verse ever. But the reason I wanted to bring that up is because a lot of times when we think about like a lot of the things, and like I said, you guys know this is not a religious channel, but I still love the Lord, and I still read my Bible. Like I do read my Bible, and I write down like key pieces that I read my Bible, do devotionals, write down pieces that I may want to share with you guys. And if you're not religious, that's okay. You can still come on, welcome book. But it's easy to, once you like think about a lot of the bad things that have happened to you, when you get angry, you know, you want to do something destructive. You want to do something to get back. You want to do something to self-soothe. And a lot of times they're not good things. So just remember, in your anger, try not to sin. Do your best not to sin, okay? Do your best to turn that anger into something positive, into something productive. I was thinking a lot of things. And you know what I decided? I decided to pray, take a breather, come and record this video. Because there's someone who needs this. If only one person sees this video, that's the one person that needed to see it. Trust and believe that what's for you is for you and cannot be taken from you. Okay, if I got 3 views on my video, it's because God wanted me to get 3 views. Okay, because there's nothing you can do to stop what God has for me. What God has for me is for me and cannot be taken away. Trust, believe, and know that. Know that. Okay? Y'all take this message and meditate on it. Meditate on it. Ask the Holy Spirit to lead you and guide you. All right? Truly. Sometimes he sends messages to your For You page. He'll send it through another individual. He'll send it through a quick billboard sign. He will send you messages everywhere. Ask him to start sending you messages. Because I know there's someone who feels lost and they feel like they need God, or maybe God doesn't hear them, or God's ignoring them. Because I'm telling you, I've had y'all I can get into some stuff, okay? But I'm not this time. So that's really what the bulk of what I wanted to talk about, y'all. I really pray that this message really resonated with you. And if it did, please drop it down in the comments. Just talk to me. You know, I'm open to talking. It feels good to talk to, because I know someone watching understands this, and this feels great. Okay, it feels great. Super good. So I do appreciate everyone for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day. And remember to keep God first. You are the CEO of your life. Hire, fire, and promote accordingly. And y'all stay tuned for more.